New Year. Yes, it's been, I've had a little bit of a break, not much of a break, but a little bit of a break, which has been nice. And yes, I'm glad to be back. Looking forward to doing some readings again. I've gone part-time for January. Hello, Jeremy. Hello, everyone. Hello, the Aussie Warlock. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, so Miranda, hello, big hugs. Nice to see you. So glad that you've joined. I'll just wait for a few people to join on. Larissa, hello. Looking forward to doing your reading tomorrow. Can't wait. Hello, Joe. Nice to see you. Yes, so I'll just wait for a few people to jump on Facebook. I've tried to set my camera up now with the two cameras so they're sort of on the same thing. Hello, Marie. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Melinda. Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, Gail. Sharon. Hello. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've had a busy had a busy day, had a busy night as well. Busy weekend, actually. It's been a rather busy weekend. I've been busy. Hello, Carlina, Krista, hello, Sunny, Cheryl. Hello, everyone. So good to see you. Oh, Jack, hello. Nice to see you. Oh, it's lovely to see a few people on Instagram as well. So, yes, Happy New Year, everyone. Hello, Desiree, Abigail, Sophie, hello. It's just so good to see everyone. Happy New Year, 2022. We made it. Hey, we made it. 2022. What will it be? What will become? Hello, Claire. Lovely to see you. Connie, hello. Michelle, Hazel. Oh, so many fabulous people jumping on tonight. Happy New Year, Marie. Good to see you. So, yes, I'm pretty keen on doing the energy report this week. It's been a really interesting 2022 so far for me. Hi, Dave. Nice to see you. Yes, it's through a few breakthroughs. So that's been good already. That's been interesting. Hi, Alicia. Yeah, so, I forgot. Fuck. I just swore. Sorry, guys. I forgot something. So I'll just quickly do that now. I've got a link. So, so whilst I wait for a few people to jump on, so I am, okay, I'm a bit tired because I didn't get much sleep last night and the night before, so it's like a double whammy of not enough sleep anyway, and then I didn't rest today like I should have. Yeah, so let me see the link. Here it is. So I'm just going to copy this link. Okay, so everyone, heads up. So this Thursday, January 13, I am running my Intro to Tarot practitioners training, and it starts January 13. I have 2 seats left for that. It is like a step down from my 7-month tarot program, but after you complete that program, that course, I should say, the Intro to Tarot, the practitioner training, you can start reading for others. I'm going to teach you 4 different styles of reading in that training, 4 different ways that you can work with the tarot. And then plus I'm going to teach you the psychology of the cards. So this is, yes, it's an intuitive training, but my specialty, my niche, what I'm good at is teaching the psychology, and that will have you stand out as a reader like significantly. It'll be obvious that having that background, having that understanding gives your intuition something to draw on, and it gives the reading more depth and more breadth. So given our current climate, what's going on politically and socially, now's a really great time to create some income streams. Hey, so this you will get all the support from me in this training, and yes, it's an intro training. So I've put a link in my bio on Instagram, and then in Facebook, I'm just going to put this link in here. Yes, Sonia, I would love for you to come and join us, and you're most welcome to join us. And yeah, it is a little bit more price-wise. It's less than my 7-month tarot training. This one's more affordable for those of you who just don't quite have the money to invest in a bigger training and time. So this is less commitment. So you will love it. It's one of, like, everybody that has done that training has absolutely loved it. I have not had a bad word from anyone. Everybody has absolutely loved it. And that's because I love the tarot. And I especially love the Mythic Tarot. And that's what we're going to cover. Look at this auspicious card that was on the bottom, the 10 of Cups. Such a beautiful card, the card of commitment, relationship commitment. Funny that. Okay, so yes, it is so interesting. I'll put the link in one more time. So here it is. So I noticed that the link doesn't come up on my personal page when I put the link in, but it comes up on Spirit Readings and the other one, Spiritual Events Directory. So the link's there, or private message me. Just send me a message, and then I'll just book your spot. So, okay, so hi, everyone. My name is Marina Lovas, those of you who don't know me. And I am a channeling and tarot teacher. I also mentor intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services that sell out like I do. And yes, love my job. And tonight, how this works. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. How this works is I'm going to pick 3 cards first, and these cards will be a reading for the collective. And then after I've done that, then I'll do one-on-one readings, one-to-one readings. And yes, such a perfect card, Claire. Such a perfect card. Claire's commenting on the 10 of Cups. Such a beautiful card. After I've done the reading, the energy report, then yes, you're welcome to ask questions. So just pop your question in. I don't answer health questions. I don't like doing those because, just for litigation liability reasons, I won't do them. So, regardless of that, if there's anything in, look at the next card that's underneath, Claire, the Queen of Cups. There you go. That's for you. If there's anything in this reading that is relevant for you in the energy report, take it. It's because it's meant for you. So yes, I'll do the, hi Nell, hello Dave, hello everyone. So I'll do the reading now, the 3-card reading, and then and then I will do the one card readings. And I think I can stay a little bit later tonight because my daughter is at her father's house, so I've got a bit of freedom, so I can chit chat for a little bit longer. I might hang about for a bit longer, so don't disappear on me. You won't miss out. Okay, let me pick these 3 cards. I really want to pick some good ones. It's been an interesting weekend, and I really want some good ones. So let's I hope the gods are on my side and the goddess. And I picked those unconsciously. I didn't think about it. I just grabbed them. Okay. Oh, interesting card. Very, very interesting, particularly for, yes. So the Lover's card. Now, in the Mythic Tarot, the Lover's card means something a little bit different than what it does in the Rider-Waite. This card is based on the story, and I need to tell you the myth because the myth is important. This card is based on the story of the fall of Troy. So some of you may have heard or have seen the movie Troy with Brad Pitt. What had happened is Paris was asked by Zeus to judge this beauty contest for these 3 goddesses, and whoever he chose, he would then give them this apple, and they would be the most beautiful goddess in the world. So the gods knew not to be so stupid to be a part of this goddess, because this beauty contest, because the goddesses were wrathful goddesses and they were dark goddesses, and you just don't muck around with this sort of thing. So they enlisted Paris because he was handsome and he'd slept with a lot of women. So they thought that he would have a good eye for beauty. So in the card, pray for his fall. Yes, Sonia. So Sonia says my ex was Troy. Let's pray for his fall. So so now I've got to tell you the story because the story is important. So what happens is that Athena says, if you choose me, you'll become the greatest warrior that ever lived. And then Hera says to Paris, if you choose me, you will rule the world. I will give you rulership and you'll be a great king. And then Aphrodite says, well, if you choose me, and she drops her gown and she says, I will give you the most beautiful woman in the world. And so Paris, being young and immature and lustful, chose Aphrodite. And that started the Trojan War because the most beautiful woman in the world was married to a king named Menelaus. So Paris and Helen eloped, and you may have heard of Helen. She's the face that launched 1,000 ships. So Helen and Paris eloped, and it created this massive war. And Paris lost his city, he lost his life, and Helen walked out of Troy unscathed onto her next sexual conquest, basically. So the story of the lovers is about choices that we must make, that sometimes we have to, well, we're being asked to consider love over lust. We're being asked to consider long-term versus short-term. Like, think of the long game. There's a possibility that with this card that we're looking at a shiny object and we're looking at the material aspect and not thinking like towards the long game. So the message, the lesson in this card is that we all make mistakes in relationship. We all make mistakes somewhere along the line in relationship. And the hope is, the idea is that we're going to learn from these relationships. But this card is about some of those conflicts that come up in relationship from the poor decisions that we make based on lust, based on material, based on what we want, rather than what we like, rather than what our heart is truly telling us, what we need. So the message with this card, okay, the message with this card is to think long term. Whatever choices and decisions that we are being called to make this week, because this is the card of choices and decisions that one is being asked to think long term. Think for the long term future, not short term gain, because the short term gain will end with like the burning down of Troy and Paris losing his life and a war, a fight. So we're being called to think carefully this week about decisions that we make. Think about your future. Think about the long-term future. Okay. Oh, another heavy card. Do you know, I pulled this card out today. I had someone over and I said, let's get my cards out. Let's have a look. I wanted to read into this person's mind to see what was going on. And I pulled this card. So, yes, it is a big card to start the week. So the next card that we've got here is the Devil card. Now, well, this is an interesting card too. So sometimes the Devil card can be seen as a negative card, or people presume, that's someone ringing me. Shit, hold on. Some people presume, oh, Lilia, I can't talk. I'm busy. I'm online. I accidentally answered it. Lilia, I can't hear you, so I'll speak to you later. Shit. That's my friend, my Serbian friend. Okay, so coming back. So yes, so the Devil card, it's an interesting card. So the Devil card's about the shadow. It is about the material aspects of life. It is about the darker aspects of our being. I shouldn't be now. I dropped out because someone was ringing. Someone was ringing me. That's why, Miranda, I'm back now. So the Devil card it is about our shadows. We're being called to do some shadow work this week. But sometimes shadow work isn't, oh, you can't hear me at all. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me on Facebook? Can you guys can you hear me now on Instagram? Yes, you can hear me now. It just dropped out because somebody called. That's what it was. Okay, excellent. Back. I've got to get back to this card. So, yeah, so the Devil card actually represents our shadows and these shadow aspects of our being. And it does require that we do some personal work this week. And sometimes the shadow aspect of who we are is still no sound. Okay, I'm going to reboot Instagram, and then I'll be back. Oh, so annoying. Sorry, guys. Live. There we go. I'll reboot it. So, I really want to share this card with you because it's really important. So we have to learn to digest our own shadows. With this card, we're learning to digest the aspects of ourselves that we may have shunned, or we may have put aside, or we may have hidden. This is a very sexual card, actually. This is a very sexual card. And with the Devil card, it is about tapping into your sexuality and what you've been holding back, what you've been repressing, what you've not allowed yourself to feel. When the Devil card comes up in a reading, it is about liberating these parts of ourselves that we might feel embarrassed about sharing, or we might feel ashamed of. Yes, Lilia, you rang and then you made it hang up. It's fine. So yes. So when this card comes up, it's interesting that we've got the Lovers card this week, because it is really about relationships and being careful about who you choose, decisions that you make. And then we've got the Lusty card of the Devil. So it is about tuning in, tuning in to your deeper feelings, what's actually really going on, letting the wild woman out. It can be about addictions too. So this card, sometimes these relationships, sometimes I'll say to my clients when this card comes out, my clients will say to me something like, he's my twin flame, he's my soulmate, and I feel this deep connection with him. And sometimes that connection is really about a conditioned response based on the past, of a familiar experience that person's had with their mum or their dad, and they can't quite see that yet. And so they're about to replay an old behavior, replay a pattern, to replay that pattern. So that often happens when people meet a new boyfriend, new girlfriend, and you think, oh, this feels so familiar. Why is that? Well, probably because it's a conditioned response from the past. And there's something familiar about it, is because there's a lesson that you're about to repeat, or there's a pattern that you're about to repeat. So this card can be about those patterns that we are unaware of, that are becoming more aware. We're being called to become more aware of the repressed material, and as it starts to float up, to start to integrate that. The Devil card can be quite a shocking card. Sometimes the material, is based on memories that we don't really want to look at, or we've been holding back, or we've been not really wanting to do work on. Sometimes relationships will trigger these old feelings, especially if it's a sexual relationship. It can bring up, some old feelings and old hurts from relationships, old pains, old wounds. So yes, when this card comes up, we are being called, hello Mel, we are being called to do some of that inner work this week. But after all, the Devil card is a liberator. It is actually a liberating card. And sometimes I will say to my clients, you've got to let the wild woman out. It's time to let her out. It's time to let her play. And just, awaken the repressed parts of yourself that there's no reason to be ashamed of. 2022, let her out, let more of her out, let her be, let her show up, be more authentic. So Pan was a very ugly god, and people were disgusted by him because of his disgusting behaviors. He ate disgustingly, he raped and pillaged, and he had sex whenever he wanted. He was dirty, he was unclean, he lived in a cave. He represents our animal instincts, our natural animal instincts. We poo, we wee, we spit, we, snot, all of that stuff. We have leaking bodies. Yeah. So he represents that animal aspect of ourselves. And we've got to come to terms that we are not just like humans. Well, we're animals as well. And that we have these instincts, these needs that need to be filled, like hunger, thirst, and sex. Right. So yes, it's an interesting card, Devil card. So it's about facing all of that, not being ashamed of those aspects of you being, fuck, I wonder what the next card's going to be. Oh my God, it's easy. Good. Thank God for that. Okay. So very relevant, isn't it, Miranda, given our conversation this morning? Hey, it's like you can't it's interesting. So now we've got the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands, the wands in the Mythic Tarot, represent soul purpose and destiny. They represent the creative spark. They represent your creative desires. They represent your art being the life that you create. Your life is the art, and you produce this art. You produce your life. You are the creator of your experience. So it's very much soul purpose, like soul driven, soul purposed, this card, or spirit driven. And so sometimes I refer to the wands as being divine inspiration and divine timing. So when this card comes up in a reading, it is very much about reclaiming or claiming, getting in touch with what you've come here to do, following your true purpose, following your soul purpose. 2022, this is such an auspicious reading. This is my first reading for 2022. This is about tapping into your soul purpose. And now more than ever, given the social, the society that we're living, all the social issues, the politics that are playing out. I don't want to say the words because, you know, I get blacklisted on Facebook, but you know what I'm talking about. Now more than ever, we need to step into our sovereignty and into our agency and start taking back our power. And this is what this card is about, because Jason has finally reclaimed the throne. He's finally claimed his seat that was taken from him by his uncle. And his uncle is playing some trickery on him. You know, he's giving him the crown and he's sending him on a journey, expecting him to fail and not come back, but he does come back. So the message with this card, it is about accepting that we've got quite a journey this year and it's going to be fun. But, you know, if you want what you want, you're going to have to accept that you're going to be challenged. You're going to have to face some challenges. There will be some challenges, but Jason gets through all of those challenges. And we can't predict every detail of our journey. Jason was unable to predict every detail of this journey. So in the story, Jason, he ends up with getting this fleece that he has to take back to Ilkos to claim his throne, to claim his seat. That is for us this year. We're being called to claim our fleece, this golden fleece, which is your soul purpose, your true purpose. And I believe that we all have a true purpose, actually. And your true purpose is to do what you love. It's actually that simple, but we overcomplicate it. We think we start doing what we think we should do instead of actually doing the things that light us up, that have us feeling lit, you know, and excited about life. So this is the reclaiming of your purpose, saying yes to purpose. My life is soul purpose. That's how I live. I don't know any different. And I believe that everybody has a purpose as well. So let's just summarize these cards now, and then I'll do some readings. You've had enough of challenges. Yes. Well, you know, there'll be some different challenges. We're always going to be faced with challenges. We just soak up all the good times when they arrive. And, you know, and so that we've got some resilience to manage the challenges when they do arise. It's just life, isn't it? It's contraction, expansion. And in fact, the contraction propels us. You think of a jellyfish and how it propels itself. It contracts, expands, and then it lifts, it moves. It's how it moves. It gets momentum. So if we think of it like that, yeah. So anyway, okay, let's summarize these cards. Let's do it now. So choices this week, choices in matters of the heart, choices in love, choices in relationship, choices in things that matter to you, that are heart-driven, choices in relationships. We are relational beings. We are in relationship with many things. It can be a business, it can be friendships, it can be lovers, but choices. Sometimes this card will come up when there's a bit of a love triangle going on. Think long-term. Don't think short-term. Think long-term. What do you want for the future? What do you really want? Because you're at risk of burning down, Troy, if you don't. Okay, the Devil card. Unleash the wild woman. Start recognizing that you are, we are imperfect beings. We have leaking bodies. We are animals as well as souls, as spiritual beings, and that we have to come to terms with this human experience. This is about letting out the wild woman. This is about becoming aware of habitual patterns of behavior or conditioned responses that we might be playing out in the relationship that we see that's playing out this week. Start, become aware of those conditioned responses. What are we doing to replay some patterns? Think carefully about that. And yes, and it can be about letting out the wild woman, letting out this more, like the sexy woman, whatever you want to call her. Okay, last card. And then we've got the soul purpose. So yes, so this week, 2022, it's time. It's time to start thinking about how you want to activate your soul purpose in this lifetime. And you already know, most of you already know what you want. It's just whether or not you believe that you can have it. Many people will leave their dreams on the shelf because they're too scared. They think they're going to fail. But you won't. It just, we're working in the earth realm. We're working with time. And so, we've got to do things one step at a time. And, it's like a plant that grows. You've got to give it, nurture it, It takes time to flourish and build strong roots into the ground. We've got to give things time. The good thing about the fire element, it's quicker than the earth element. Things happen on a much speedy rate. If you're willing to take the risks, if you're willing to jump, if you're willing to say yes, if you're willing to say yes to your purpose, then life will support you. You will course correct and you will align, and life will support you. But it is about overcoming those fears and stretching yourself out of your comfort zone. Okay, that's it from me for the reading for the week. So now I'm going to do some readings, some one-card readings. Yes, I hope that really resonated for you. Okay, so let's see. Who am I going to read for? Oh, you're welcome, Christy. So I'll start with Facebook. Shivers. I can't. It's moving so fast. Okay, Penelope Jane. Where is she? She's just disappeared. Here we go. Hi, Penelope. Nice to meet you. So I can't wait to meet you tomorrow, Larissa. I'm looking forward to our session. Oh, thanks, Wend. I appreciate you all being here. It's fabulous. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. My face is a bit red today, actually. It's something to do with the lighting. So anyway, Penelope. I'm wondering if my son and I will get to buy a home together. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's have a go. Let's see what the cards will say this week. I'm so ready to be on purpose now, aren't you guys? Are you guys ready to be on purpose? Like, let's have lots of love hearts around that. Absolutely. You are worthy of doing what you love and earning an income doing what you love as well. It's possible. You've got to be patient. You've got to be patient. You've got to have the right strategies and structures in place too. If you don't have the right structures in place, then, it does take a bit longer. That's why you need to work with me, because I'll teach you those structures so that you can have what you want. So, okay, Penelope. Okay, Penelope, yes, you will. I believe that you will. You need to continue to save. You've been given some time to save money. You've been given some time to save. And I feel like with this card, it's like this is like a second chance for you and for your son. You're also being called to try not to be too fussy. Try not to be too fussy about it. Like, have standards. You hear, have some standards, but don't be too fussy about it. Sometimes we have an idea of what we want, and it's not that it's out of your league, but be open, be flexible. Like, try and have a flexible mind and be open to something that you didn't expect. This card's in the sign of Aquarius, and Aquarians are innovative and they do think outside of the box. So you've been called to think outside of the box in terms of creating this money for this home. So you definitely need this tells me that there's still some work ahead to generate this home. Maybe it's saving more money, or maybe it's like a more committed way of gaining money, or maybe it's around the banks but there's you need to generate more cash. There's something about cash around this for you. And then we've got this to be a bit more innovative, to not be too much of a perfectionist around what you're expecting, and open your mind to what you didn't expect. Like, think outside of the box. Okay, so it's a yes. It's a yes. It's a yes. It's not a no. It's a yes. It's just that you've got these few little steps to put together first. So, all right. So I'm going to read for someone on Instagram now, and then Wendy Times. I know that's not your name. You need to put your name in there, so I know what your name is. I'm boiling. It's hot. It's hot here in Perth, or I'm just hot in this room. I'm feeling warm. Okay, will I get the job I applied for? Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. 1, 2. My nose is running as well. Yes, it's a yes. It's a yes from me. It's a yes from me, but there's some hard work ahead. There is some hard work ahead. This is a yes. This is all I need to say. It's a yes. Ines, oh, I'm so glad that you told me your name. It's a yes. It is a massive yes. I don't feel like I need to say any more with that. That's the answer that you want, and that's what you're going to get. You've got it. It's a yes. Okay, so now I'm going to go on Facebook and I'm going to read for Christy. Hello, Christy Emmy. Nice to meet you. Lovely to meet you. Yes, so Christy's not asking a question. She's saying, can I please have a soul reading? So I'm just going to read intuitively and just read whatever cards I'm drawn to read for her and see what just comes out. What's there? Let's see. What's it going to be? I need some water. I'm feeling really hot, actually. It is warm, but it's not that warm in Perth today. It's not as warm as what it usually is. But anyway, okay. So, yeah. Picking the same cards. Like, what the? We've got this card again. The Eight of Pentacles. What? Okay. Now, so this card has come up 3 times. Now, there's a reason for that, because this is a message for all of us. It's for the collective. It's not by mistake. Three times, it's a master number. Let's look at the reason why this card has come up. So this isn't just for you, Christy. This is for everyone. So this is the card of the second career. This is the card of you upskilling or you learning a new skill to up-level your practice. This is the card of stepping out of your comfort zone and doing what you haven't done before. This is the card of developing a new skill that you can monetize. We call this card the card of the second career, but this is like the card of developing a new skill, Christy, and then monetizing that. Or, going to uni and studying something that will enable you to make money, make a new income. So this isn't just for you. This is for a few people who have been thinking about retraining or have been thinking about changing their occupation or upskilling their occupation or potentially even starting a business. This is a yes. This is a yes for you. This year, yes, you must. Don't be afraid. Just do it. Give it a go. Like, what have you got to lose? Life's going to pass us by anyway. Right? It's going to pass us by anyway. Life's too short. Just, do the thing. Enjoy it. Money always comes back. It does. I think this is what happens when people want to step into a new career or invest in a new practice. They're worried about spending the money. They're worried about the money not coming back. It always does. It always does. It comes back, and it usually comes back double the amount, triple the amount. It does. In my experience, we get scared and then we invest, and and look at all those coins. Look at all those coins. So that's the message for Christy and for everyone. Then we've got, don't let your fears get in the way. Interesting card. Just as I forgot, I didn't look at the card. Now I've just staying in line with what I was saying. This card is about not letting your fears overtake your actions, or don't base your actions, or don't take action based on your fears. Like, start thinking about what is possible rather than thinking about what you can't have, and then taking action on that. Start opening your heart and your mind to the possibility that you can have what you want and take action based on that. Because this card can be like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It can act as a self-fulfilling prophecy where we take one event or events of the past that didn't work out, and we take that event and we project it into the future, and then we globalize it over the future, and then have an expectancy that things are going to turn out just like that, and then behave in ways to produce that result. Don't want you to do that, Christy. So this is about moving away from this mindset of anxiety if it's not going to work, I'm not going to have what I want, to opening your mind and your heart to the possibility that you can and you will. You will have what you want, but it's going to take an investment. Okay, so next person is for Kylie Shepherd. Would love a love reading. Is he around? Is he around? What do you say, people? Are you getting a yes? Who's getting a yes? Who's getting a yes that he's around? Who's feeling it? You've got to step out of your comfort zone, Kylie. You've got to step out of your comfort zone. Like, that's vital. If you want to meet someone, then you've got to it's not going to happen behind closed doors. And you're going to have to let him know as well. Don't play games around it. Make it clear. Oh, you're sending lots of stars and no response. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. You're next. I'll pop you in there. Show. There we go. You're next, Dave. Okay, so, yes. So I was reading about love, wasn't I, for Kylie? Yes. Everybody's saying yes. There's all these yeses, Kylie. There you go. There's your answer. But let me pick a card to confirm that, shall I? I'll pick two just in case. There's all these yeses. We're all tuned in. We're all tuned in. We're all tuning in for you. Oh, fuck. So strange. Look at the two cards I got. Remember I had that for the other lady? So, okay. Now, here's the thing. This is the card of a new this is a card of on the precipice of change, on the precipice of a new beginning. And it is you having learned some hard lessons. You've done the hard yards in regards to relationship. It hasn't been easy for you. You've had some tough times. You've been through a lot. And this is the integration of all of those lessons. You know, you've learned, but you're being asked to drop some of these high expectations that you have. No one is perfect. And in fact, this critical energy actually is a criticism on yourself. You've got to stop being so hard on yourself. You are lovable. You can have what you want. You can have the relationship that you want. You can have love, but you've got to drop down. You've got to drop this perfectionist sort of mindset and start opening your heart to the fact that you are good enough as you are, that the person is good enough as they are, that nobody's perfect. You know, open your mind and your heart to the fact that nobody's perfect, was imperfectly perfect. I guess we've just got to pick with this card, like the message with this card is you just got to pick what you can handle, what you can tolerate. Just pick what you can tolerate, because everybody's going to have their thing, their weird thing that you don't like. They're going to have something that you're just going to go, oh, I'm not sure I like that bit about them. But, you know, can you tolerate it? So yes, it's coming. This is a good sign. The pearl is about to arrive. So he's not far away, okay? All right. So Dave Bester, I'm just gonna pick this one up because I want to see what he's saying. So really love a reading, please. I'd love to know what's happening with me for I think that's a career and love. Well, we'll see what Spirit wants to answer. You might not get both. That, Dave, that's probably a paid reading if you want to have like a big full-blown reading, but let's see what Spirit has to say. So last year was such a bad year of luck, and I'd really love some positive energy and luck, especially after a major accident and spent 2.5 months in hospital. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. That's not nice, Dave. That's horrible. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see whether it will be love or whether it will be about career or whether it will be about both. Let's see. Oh, thanks for all the love hearts. Whoever's sending me the love hearts, I appreciate it on Instagram. That's nice. Love hearts are great. If you're feeling generous, a share would be amazing. I know you can't do it on Instagram, but on Facebook, it would be amazing. We do this. We pop in here. We actually pay for these slots. We don't jump on here for free. We pay for it. So, yes. So, you know, doing a share would be amazing. We would really appreciate it, not just for me, but for other people on this platform. It would be amazing for them too. If you felt generous to share, it would be so good. Okay, so Dave. Yeah, I'm not at that point where people pay for me to go on their platforms yet. Not yet. I'm working towards it. 2022, hey? Working towards it. All right. So, okay, Dave, this is about love. This is a love reading. Are you happy about that? So this isn't about career. This is about love. So the Hermit, we've got the Hermit. So this is about you feeling like time is passing you by, that you're getting too old, or that you think that it's, you know, this is like, it is kind of an existential crisis when this card comes up. Look, you're starting to think about, like, have I missed the boat? I'm getting old. I'm starting to age. What if I've missed it? And so the message with this card is no, you haven't. The Hermit actually in astrology relates to Saturn. And Saturn is in the mythic astrology, because Saturn and Kronos are connected. So not in Rider-Waite. I think in Rider-Waite it relates to Virgo. It's such a stupid fit. But anyway, people just make that shit up. But in the Mythic Tarot, because Saturn and Kronos are connected, it does relate to Saturn. So let me tell you a little bit about that, Dave. So Saturn is about hard lessons, like the difficult lessons that we all, sometimes I call Saturn the asshole, because it's like the hard lessons that we've been put through in life to learn, to finally learn, and to develop wisdom and to develop insight so that we don't make the same mistakes. And so these hard lessons, these mistakes that we make, or these bad things that happen to us, they're there to teach us. And, you know, I know it's hard to find like gratitude in them, and you have every right to be angry and upset and all of that sort of thing. But it does create what's called this existential crisis. We start to question, what is the meaning of life? And in terms of relationship, that's what you've been questioning. You know, is there, you know, am I going to meet someone? Will there be someone for me? Is this really going to happen? Can this happen? So it is about, I should say this before I pick up the other card. This is about, oh my God, a snake keeps clicking out of the live with their tongue. Really? What do you mean? On mine? Or is it, oh, you'll have to just tell me a bit more, Larissa, because that's weird. Yeah, so the Hermit, he is about introspection. He is about going inwards, Dave, and doing some of that, like that work, like going inwards and just witnessing, learning, witnessing, like doing some introspective work so that you are ready for a relationship. So then we've got the Knight of Cups here, which is about falling in love, and it's in the sign of Pisces. You are naturally a very romantic person, and this is the card of falling in love. You will fall in love. You will fall in love. The problem with Pisces, though, well, not Pisces, the problem with the Knight of Cups is that all the knights in the Mythic Tarot are a temporary state. And so, you know, whether or not this relationship ends up long-term this year, I don't know. I don't know that. We don't know that. But there will definitely be an experience of falling in love. Again, you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone, which I keep saying to everybody else. You've got to step out of your comfort zone, and you've got to make the effort to meet people so that you can have these new experiences. And yes, so yeah, it's a yes, Dave. It's a yes, but I think that was a huge message for you. So I hope that, yes, he is fleeting. He is fleeting, Alicia, isn't he? So, yeah, what is she talking about, Shannon? What is it? What's the snake? I want to know what it is. What's this snake that's coming up on the live? Would like to see what it is. Hi, Shannon. Happy New Year, everyone. All right, so next person. I'm going to pick someone else on Facebook, and then I'll come back to Instagram. Now, oh, you've been single for 7 years, Dave. It's on its way. It's on its way. So let me see. Yes, Alicia. Hello, Alicia Josephs. Lovely to see you online. So glad that you're here, and I'd love to draw a card for you. Again, this is going to be an intuitive read. Alicia hasn't given me a question, so I'll just intuitively. Oh, it's her pet snake. Oh, you've got a pet snake. How cool. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Maybe I should get you on camera so we can all see your pet snake. Can I do that? Can I do that, Larissa? Well, you won't be able to see it on Facebook, but the Instagrammers will be able to see it. So cool. Oh, I'll put a link in here. So don't forget, in my bio, there's a link in my bio, and there's a link now on my Facebook page, my Intro to Tarot Practitioners Training. I'm going to teach you everything about the psychology of the Mythic Tarot. So not therapeutic training. You're going to learn the psychological aspects of the cards and how to apply that in a reading, plus intuitive readings. So yes, I'm wondering if you have an afterpay option in booking 3 sessions. So Christy, I can do, yes, you can. Do you mean for the course, for my course, for the tarot course? You can do, it's a payment, it's an easy pay plan. So yes, you can. Private message me afterwards, and then I will help you out with that. There's an easy pay plan. Yes, I do that. I don't call it Afterpay won't do courses. Well, not yet. I haven't tried. But I do an easy pay plan, and it's on there. It's on there. Just scroll right down to it and you'll find it. Okay, Alicia, this is for you. So stick around, everyone. I'm going to be around for a little while because I don't think there's anyone after me. I'm so late on Eastern States. People are usually in bed, but we're sort of on holidays, aren't we, still? Some people are going back to work and some people aren't. Oh, Alicia, okay. Now, Alicia, I'm not sure this is in regards to the conversation that we had today, but I think this is part of it. I think this is part of it. So whatever it is that you want in your business, it's going to require you to let go of what you've done before. So this is about you know what the Four of Pentacles is about. It's about taking a risk. It's about doing things a little bit differently. So it's not about like giving up what you have, but it's about investing more time, money usually as well. You know, for businesses to grow, we do have to invest money, and also to upskill, to take things to the next level. And sometimes that means changing what we do, changing how we do things to up level our practice. And you know, it can also be as well, we've got we've got this little guy here who's, you know, showing some skills, and I suppose we could think of that like being like all the other readers out there, because there's plenty of, excuse me, I just burped, sorry, but I always do that online, sorry. Yeah, so I was going to say that there are plenty of readers out there, but there's only one Alicia. There's only one of you. So some of this investment and some of this letting go is you like investing more in showing up in a different way in your practice so people can actually see you. You are just so sensitive and so deeply intuitive. And, you know, it's nice having, like, some people do well, you know, writing up content and that sort of thing. But I think, Alicia, to be honest, I think it's probably time for you to start doing some lives and start, like, you're not at that level anymore. It's time to let go. It's time to let go and up level, to take things to the next level. You're a tarot therapist. You've done the work. And even though you went through so much, you still did the work. You're still doing it. So, you know, it's time to invest and up level. So yeah, so this is a great card. This is good luck. This is all the luck. This is like a blank canvas. It's time to rewrite 2022. It's time to start rewriting and start making this happen for you. Let this happen for you. We know what happens, right? Jason's on his way home. You know the story. Jason's on his way home and he's in flow. This is the flow. He's in flow, and now he can start thinking clearly about what's next. I know you've been through a lot. But you are healing. And yes, you and I both know that grief will just come in waves. As it does, it will come and go, but it's beautiful as well, and it's healing, and it gives depth to who you are and your lived experiences and your ability to read. It's, you know, despite the awfulness of the situation that you're in, she's going to guide you every step of the way. She will be with you, you know, an angel with you through this. So open your heart and your mind to taking your practice to the next level. Okay, that's for Alicia. So, yes, now, who did I say I was going to read for again? I forgot. I might just do one more on Facebook, and then I'm going to do more than that, but I'll do one more on Facebook, and then I'll come over to Instagram. Oh, yes, Joanne, I'll do a card for you. Would love to. So glad that you're here. I'll do Amy. What does Amy say? Hi, Marina. I hope you're doing well. If drawn, please, will I be receiving financial blessings, miracle abundance soon? Oh, that's a good question, isn't it? Do you want it? Are you open to it, Amy? Are you willing to be open to abundance? Are you willing to open to the idea that to create abundance, it might mean that you actually have to step out of your comfort zone and do something that you haven't done before? It might require that of you. Miracles happen every day. Don't you think it's a miracle that we're alive? It is pretty miraculous, right? The fact that there's such a thing as existence. It's a bit of an odd thing, isn't it? Anyway, I'm hot, sweating. So, okay, Amy, let's see what we've got here. Let's pick a couple of cards. I'm just going to do a reading for you, Amy, and just see what Spirit has to say, what channels through. Oh, okay. So, Amy, the message for you tonight is that you are outgrowing your current circumstances. Now, the Tower, everybody gets scared when they see the Tower card. They go, oh, shit, the Tower card. Like, oh, no, this is bad news. It's not bad news, but it is about conflict. It is about cognitive dissonance. It is about dropping masks that no longer serve you. It is about being honest about who you are and what you want. And it is about the outgrowth of the situation that you find yourself in. It's the dissolving of what no longer serves you. So often this card will come up when you have outgrown your current circumstances, and life plays its hand. God strikes and you can't deny it anymore. All the defenses are taken down and you just can't deny the situation anymore. The truth comes out. So sometimes I call this card, this tower, the tower of bullshit. And God strikes this tower down. It's out of our control. This is like the curveballs that life throws us in life that we can't anticipate, and that we have to learn to manage as they show up. But there's usually a greater purpose for that, a greater reason, greater meaning. And it is about you growing. You have outgrown your current situation. So whatever's been hidden from you will be revealed to you. Whatever you've been hiding from others, you will reveal to others to finally break free and liberate. So yes, this is a liberator. It's time to liberate. This card is about self-love. This is about you loving yourself. This is about you taking care of yourself. This is about you taking care of your heart in terms of relationship, in terms of matters of the heart. So this is, I think with this Tower card, these two cards together tell me that there has been some issues around relationship, and that you're healing. You are healing. And that, yes, this is a very precarious time for you. You're quite vulnerable right now. And so you've been called to take care and nurture yourself. The Tower card, it's a great card. It's a liberator. But, the focus, you've been called to focus on self-love. So I hope that was a helpful message. It didn't really answer your question, but that was the answer that Spirit wanted to give you. And I knew that because they told me. They said we're going to do a reading for her. Okay. So, yes, so I'm going to read for Joe. Hello, Joe, on Instagram, and then I'll come back to Facebook. So I'll just pick someone on, we'll do Rose, but I'm not reading for you right now, Rose. I'm going to read for Joe on Instagram. Hello, Joe. My eyes, I'm stinging, hey? Like my eyes are stinging. I haven't had enough sleep. I've sort of 2 days of not sleeping enough. It's been an interesting 2 days, to say the least. Yeah. Yes, it has. Yeah, I won't say, but it's been interesting. It is what it is. It was what it was. It was good. It was good. I'm not saying any more than that. So, it's hot. I'm getting a bit hot and flustered. Right. So now I'm reading for Joe. Oh, Joe. Okay. Joe, I feel this is in regards to work. So you're being called. Yeah, am I blushing? No. Well, it was already read. It was already read. I'll have to talk to you later, Joe. We need to have a discussion. I'll have to ring you. I'll have to ring you later. I'll have to have a discussion about what's been happening. What happened? So, yeah. So, okay. So this card is, Joe, this is about work. So this is about keeping your cards close to your chest. you need to think about carefully about what you're doing for the future. This is time. You're being called to start planning. So it doesn't necessarily mean taking the steps right. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean doing the thing right now, but planning behind the scenes. So it's just keeping your mouth like. This is public, so I'm glad. I hope just say nothing. Don't say anything. This is time to start planning. You're being called to plan. And yes, this card usually comes up when we're preparing for an end, when we're preparing for an ending of a situation. So so this is another good card though. So this tells me that there is a certification of some sort, and that is going to up-level you. So whatever this certification is, you're being called to use that to develop, to take whatever it is that you do to the next level. So this is a good card. This is a recognition for your skills, recognition for your work, but it also is a certification, Joe. So this is like you're being called to trust that certification and work with that. Let niche on that. Like focus, let that be the focus now. So that's what you want to be doing behind the scenes. That's all I'll say. I'll chat to you later. All right. So Rose. Hello, Rose. Now, hello, Nicole. Good to see you. Oh, I'm really it's hot in here. I need to put the air conditioning on. Okay, Rose, this is for you. And then after Rose, I'm going to do Melinda. All right, that's an interesting question, Melinda. I'm looking forward to. Melinda says, she's coming next, but she said, and I think this is a good question. It'll be a message for many of us. Would love a soul reading. Direction, please. What should I put energy into for wealth creation? Thanks. So that's an interesting question. We'll talk about that in a minute. But first, I'm going to read for Rose. Okay, Rose. Rose, this tells me that currently at the time, I think the past is haunting you. When this card comes up, it's not a negative card, but it can be about how the past is. Do I, Sonia? Do I? Yes, I've had fun. I've had a good weekend. Well, it's been a good weekend. It's been a great Friday night. I had the mediumship group here on the Friday night, which was oh, yes, and that's the other thing. If you want to be on my wait list for a mediumship group, I've got one running at the moment. It'll run again, but it won't be till March, but I know it will fill up again. So private message me if you want to be on the wait list. That's in-house. That is in-house. So, yes, okay. So, Rose, this card represents some like ghosts from the past, people from the past showing up, or ghosts from the past showing up, and you having to face some of the past again. It's not a bad card. It's actually a healing card. This is Hermes, and Hermes moves between worlds. He takes you into the underworld to do some healing. And you see the mummies there. The mummies actually represent the past that we need to finally let go of, that you need to let go of, to come to terms with and let go of. When this card comes up, it's not about going into grief or not about going into the pain. It's not really a painful card. It's really about cutting the karmic ties, like saying goodbye, closing the door, finally closing the door and realizing that it's done and it's over and it's finished. It's finished now. So any like resentments, it's time to let it go, like time to let go of the past, let it go. And so that you can start a new cycle, you can have a new beginning. So you can start this year like with a fresh heart and a fresh mind. So the Page of Wands, Rose, this card is about developing your own interests. This is about developing some like hobbies or interests, or getting involved in things that interest you, that will potentially you can make money from, or you can just be a hobby that you do because you just love it and it gives meaning and purpose to your life. But this card is about trying out new things. It's a bit like a soup. Like we need to give it time we need to try things out. And like a beautiful soup, you've got to drop the herbs in it, and you've got to give it time to simmer so the herbs can infuse into the water and the stock, can create this beautiful stock. You've got to give it some time. So this card, it is very much about exploring and giving yourself some time. This year, the message for you this year is to go and try new things and be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. And it's, let go of the past. It's time to let it go. Okay, Melinda Stacey. So this was this question, the wealth creation question. We all want to know, right? We all want that answer. How do we create wealth? Where should I put my energy into for wealth creation? Well, great question. So first, off the top of my head, you put your energy into what you probably take for granted, that is easy for you, that you just simply love to do, that happens with ease. So usually what I believe that what you think is ordinary, what gifts, often we think our gifts are so ordinary because we're so good at it that we take it for granted. So my message to you, Melinda, there's a gift that you have that you take for granted that is is a seed for growing wealth for you. And you don't realize how abundant it actually is. It's like a bit like me with the tarot. Just because I've been doing it for so long and I just know so much about my cards, I just didn't take it seriously for a long time that it was truly a gift that people wanted to learn as well. They wanted to learn in the same way that I do. And and sometimes we just take for granted the gifts that we have. So that's my first message to you. Now I'm gonna pick a card and see what card comes up. So that's for everyone. Like, do what you love. It's so simple. Do what you love. And don't be afraid to take a risk and explore that. Just do it. Do the thing. I know, who was it? Gwyneth Paltrow had candles, vagina candles, and she sold them. At one point, I was loving my Ouija board. And so I started selling Ouija board sessions where people would come in and I would do Ouija board trainings with them. It was my thing. Do what you love and the money will follow. It does. Do what you love, but you've got to take the risk and you've got to not block yourself from it or think it's just a tarot reading or it's just this. Or you've got to open your mind and your heart that it is a beautiful gift that you have and you make it unique being you, your expression of that. Yes, get a line and go for it. Absolutely, Shannon. That's right. Okay. People are dropping off on Facebook because they're feeling like they're getting a lecture. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Again, guys, look. We've got this card again. Like, what are we not getting? What are people not getting online? This isn't just for Melinda. This is for all of us. What are we not getting? The message of this card is to upskill, the second career. So those of you who have been wanting to upskill and develop a new skill or study, yes, it's a yes. Go forth and do it. It is abundant and you'll make a lot of money doing it. It will be abundant for you, not just money, pleasure, joy, fun. It's the second career. 2022, focus on the second career. This is the fourth time this card has come up. It's not by mistake. I take this as a sign. This is for all of us, me included. Go all in. Okay, so Melinda, you heard what that is, right? You heard about what that card is. So this is about stepping in to the course or the training that you've been wanting to do. Go ahead and do it. Just say yes. This is your time now to step into your second career. Drop what you've built and build something new. It's time. So does that mean that you drop, the lessons that you learned and the skills that you developed? No, but it's time to start anew. It's time to up level. It's time to up level your practice and take a risk and do things a bit differently now. So sometimes this card will come up, when people legitimately are changing their careers. They're going from an office job to running a business, for example. Okay, so this is another beautiful card for you. This is the card, the Hierophant. So the Hierophant, his name is Chiron, And he's also known, you may know of him. He's also known as the wounded healer. In astrology, let's talk about Chiron anyway. So in the story, Chiron was accidentally hurt by an arrow that was dipped in this poisonous blood, and it wounded him. And because he was immortal, he couldn't die. So he had to learn how to live with this suffering. And it was a great teacher for him. It became his greatest medicine. He then developed all of this medicine for humanity in search of plant medicines to heal himself, which he couldn't quite do. But what he learnt from those medicines, he gifted to other people. So this is the wound that never heals, and we all have one. We're all walking wounded. We all have the wound that doesn't heal, but it is always a portal for you to tap into your spirit, or to tap into God, or to tap into the highest aspect of your being, to tap into this spiritual self that's soul-led, that is soul-purposed. And we take that wounding and we use that as medicine for others. It becomes part of your purpose. It becomes part of your teachings, Melinda. It becomes part of your teachings. This is a very profound card. This is the card of the healer. You are a healer, and you need to accept those gifts and work with those gifts and give what the lessons that you've learned, all the teachings that you've learned through your own woundings. You need to put that into intellectual property and share that with other people. Okay, there's your wealth creation, Melinda. Okay, so now I'm going to read for Shannon Valance. Hello, Shannon. Shannon's an amazing lady. She does some amazing courses, actually, in Perth, in-house courses. I think she started moving online. Shannon, have you started moving your courses online yet? She does soul mentoring, soul leadership mentoring for women. And she's absolutely amazing. I feel very fortunate to be connected with Shannon. She's wonderful. So yes, go and check her out. She's on Instagram and on Facebook, Shannon Valance. She also has another business called Shamanic Heart. Oh, I'm going to say it wrong. What is it, Shannon? Put a link in there. Put a link in for your business stuff. Put links in there. Can't remember. Shamanic Heart Medicine. Is that what it's called? Shannon is amazing. Isn't she, Larissa? Yes. Drop a link in there so that we can all find you. Yes, she does a lot of Kundalini work. I'm going to put it in that context. And Yoni work, working with snake medicine, the ancient ones. And she's a healer. She's amazing. She is amazing. Okay, so reading for Shannon. Oh, Shannon. Okay, so investment time. So this is about investing a little bit more deeper. Now, I don't know, Shamanic Heart Medicine, that's the one. Yes, I did say it right. It took me a while. So Shannon, this is, okay, what do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of? I think this came up the last time we had a conversation. What do you need to let go of? This is about letting go of the superfluous that no longer serves you. This is about letting go of what's taking up too much time. 2022 for you, we know, is about letting go of the things that are actually taking time away from where you need to put your energy, where you're going to have the biggest amount of growth, the greatest growth, where you can really nourish your community. So the things that are fun, they might be fun, they might be like, you need to focus on where the deepest impact will be. And because it's whatever the superfluous stuff need to fall away. It's just time to, it's hard, isn't it? Because I feel that sometimes in my own practice, like I just want to do all the other stuff too. But yeah, excellent. That's good. That's good, Shannon. Yeah, but there's still something else. So whatever that else is, there might be still some attachment to it because it's been, around for a long time. But just remember, here's the thing with anything, for all of us in business, that anything we create can be repurposed. It can always be repurposed. So it can become like, if you could turn it into a self-paced study. It could be turned into a free download. It could be turned into a webinar that people get to watch and to see you, doing and then signing up, to your stuff. You can repurpose it. So, potentially think of it like that. Yes. And so the card that we've got is the 5 of Wands. So this is about tweaking the original vision that you had. My feeling is that, you know, you've got this soul leadership training stuff coming up, which is absolutely amazing. But you will start to see things need tweaking around this. The original vision isn't quite a fit and things will start to shift. But that's okay. That's fine. That's not a negative thing. It's just about being open to destiny. I know that you're like that anyway. This is just a little nudge. This is a little nudge for you, Shannon, to open your don't get too fixed in doing things one way. Start opening up that actually potentially there's something else that needs to be done or needs to be looked at or needs to be included. And it may be that you might need to add more time, or it might be that some of what you've put in there is not going to be like relevant, something like that. Yes, let go and be open to change. Thank you. That's what I just should have said, right? I just said that. I do like to talk. It's my Gemini rising. Yes. All right. So back onto Facebook. Here we go. Chloe here. Thank you for pushing your energy forward tonight. I'm curious if you have a message for me and my life. Hello, Valerie. Valerie, nice to meet you. Lovely that you've shown up tonight, and what a privilege it is to read for you tonight. It's a privilege to read for everyone. Thank you for letting me read for you. I enjoy it, and I hope that you receive something from it. I especially love doing the energy reports as well. I love those. They're relevant for me as well. That's why I like doing it too. A bit of selfishness there. I like it for me as well. The energy report. Did you all tune into the energy report? Have you all tuned into it? If you haven't, go back at the end of this. Go back and have a look. Okay, so where are we? So this is for Valerie. Valerie, a message. It's so nice to see a few people on Instagram. It's really nice. Oh, okay. Well, right. This is not bad. Me saying okay is not bad, Valerie. The Hermit. This card represents the existential crisis. I was talking about this before. So when the Hermit comes up in a reading, he is about your meditative practices. He is about introspection. He is about you going inwards and spending more time inwards. He is also about learning lessons. So he represents in mythology, Kronos and Saturn, the planet Saturn, are connected. And Kronos is like, he's a mentor and he's a teacher, but he teaches through hardships, like through hard work and discipline. And so it is like when the Hermit comes up, it is about, you know, restrictions to somewhat. It is about discipline as well, but it's the discipline of the practice of going inwards and doing the inner work. And you can see, you probably can't see on here, but there's a light. The light on this card, on this lamp, I'll show you on Instagram in a minute. If you see the light, the lamp light stands on the outside of the lamp, right? Show on Instagram. Here you go. I don't know if you can see that. Probably can't see it. Yeah, the flame, I should say. The flame stands on the outside of the lamp. And so that flame represents you looking into the contents of your unconscious mind, looking in, looking within, not participating in the patterns of thinking, witnessing, learning how to witness your experience. So it is very much the card of the existential crisis, as I was saying before. Like, what is the meaning of life? This is you know, seeking that meaning, looking for reason, looking for purpose. And the message of this card is to, you know, don't look outside of yourself for that. You've got to look within. You've got to find that answer within. And it comes from standing on the outside, on the edge of the unconscious, on the border of the unconscious, and looking in and having a look at the contents in there and seeing, like, not participating in it, witnessing it. So it's a practice of meditation, essentially. So yes, so he's got this scythe here, and he used that, Kronos used that to cut off the balls of Uranus being his father, because his father was constantly shagging Gaia, and Gaia had enough. She was over it. She was sick and tired of it. So she got her son Kronos to like cut off his balls, like slice them off. And so he threw them in the ocean. So Uranus's balls got thrown into the ocean. And guess who was born from the sea, the foam? Aphrodite. He seeded his testicles seeded the ocean. And Aphrodite was born from the sea. So this is a fertile, like Kronos. Kronos brings fertility, but you've got to go inwards. You've got to go inwards. He's not going to cut off your balls. We don't have any balls. We're women. Whatever. Anyway, so moving on from that. Okay, so the Four of Wands. So this card represents gathering your resources, Valerie. It's time to gather in the resources that you need so that you can have what you want, so you can take yourself on the journey, take yourself on the next journey. The ship has docked and it's waiting for you. It's time to gather your resources, getting people to help you, enrolling in the courses, investing in the therapeutic help, investing in help, getting the help and support that you need so that you can do some of this work. Okay, that was for you, Valerie. Now, so, oh God, cards are flying everywhere, getting excited. Oh, you're so welcome, Rose. Right, we need to speak to Tara. Tara's got some shit going down. We need to have a chat to Tara. So, Tara says, I feel like my situation is unique and I'm struggling to resolve things by myself. I'd appreciate any guidance you have to offer. Thank you. Okay, this is another vague one that I'm going to have to trust my intuition on this and let the cards do the speaking. Let spirit speak. So I'll probably talk in the context of the mythology, Tara, and then you'll put it into the context of your experience and make sense of it in that way, unless I get a specific detail. That sometimes that does happen. I just get told things and then I just know it. Sometimes. Not all the time. Don't know everything. Can't read your mind. No reader can. No, we can't. Okay, Tara. Oh, okay. I just did like a big sigh, Tara, because I feel like with this card, you need to start being a bit more bold. You need to start having the audacity. Like to be audacious, to have the audacity, to put a stake in the ground and claim what you want and think big, play big. It's time to be selfish, Tara. This card is in the sign of Aries. Now, Aries are known for being selfish, but that's not a bad thing. We all need to learn from it. We've all got Aries somewhere in our chart, and we all need to learn how to be a bit more selfish, how to think, put ourselves first. So you're being called to do that, and also to think big. Start thinking bigger than what you already are. Start letting yourself have what you be. Initiate. Let yourself step into your leadership, into your personal leadership, and initiate what you want. Make it happen. You've got he's got the audacity to do it. He just goes ahead and he does it. He just makes it happen. And he's not afraid, and he's not afraid, and he survives. He even goes into the underworld and tries to take the queen of the underworld, Persephone, from Hades, tries to seduce her. Hades is the lord of death. Lucky he got out, lucky he survived, but he does. That's Aries. They're audacious. They will take risks. They'll do the things. They're spontaneous. So you've been called to do that. So this is the card. This is another fire sign. So this is the card of the vision. You are being called to start seeing and imagining the future that you want. Start visioning, create a vision board, start journaling, start imagining what you actually want, and let that be the target. Let that be the goalpost. Let that be like the map. Let that be your map. And you base your decisions on that image. If, whatever it is that you want to create, you become the person that has that. So you take the steps that person would have if they had that. Does that make sense? You become her now, basically. Okay, that was your message. So, yes, Larissa Bakewell. I'd love a card if there's time, please. Sure, she's on Instagram. Okay, how am I going for time? All right, I can go for a little bit longer. Shall I go till 9 o'clock, everyone? Shall I do that? Go till 9 o'clock? Go for a bit longer? I don't mind. I'll do that. Unless I get in trouble. I don't think there's anyone after me, so that's fine. Yes. Okay. So, Larissa, this is for you. Oh, Larissa. Okay. So the first card we've got Temperance. Temperance is the card of forgiveness. I think of her really, like ultimately, she is the card of forgiveness. She is also the card of healing, somatic healing, emotional. Feeling is healing. That is the message of this card. Releasing emotions, releasing like the tears, letting yourself feel to heal. It is a really relevant card. It is about the enmeshment that sometimes we experience in relationship, and it is about the healing that you know, it is about the difficulties that we have faced in relationship, and you know, the mistakes that we make, you know, with others. And the regrets as well, some of the regrets. And so it is about sort of healing the heart, like having compassion and forgiving yourself before you even forgive others. So it is a beautiful card. Sometimes I think of her when she drops in, I think of Mother Mary, actually, is what I feel as I hold this card for you. And so I don't know if you have a connection to her, but I feel she's with you and she works through you. So now we've got the Three of Cups, which this is about falling in love. This is about falling in love, but it's the beginnings. It's the beginnings of a new relationship. So sometimes this new relationship can be around work. I don't know exactly what this. So we're relational beings. We're in relationship with many things: pets, children, partners, businesses. But this is the card of falling in love, but it is a temporary state. We must always remember with the Three of Cups, it's a temporary state. There's a reason to celebrate. You found your love. You found love, and it's exciting and it's fun, and it is a beautiful card, Kelly. It's such a beautiful card. And you found this connection. However, it's a temporary state, meaning that there is some conflict ahead, because sometimes, and you know, we all do this. We kind of wear rose-tinted glasses because we want to see the best in the situation, or we exalt situations. We see things as being like we exalt it onto this godly status, when eventually that will fall, because after all, we're humans. You know, everybody's human. We're all imperfect, but it is that kind of that exalted state. And it's a temporary state. It's romantic. It's beautiful. It's the romance of our life, of the situation of your heart, the situation that you're in. There's no downfall with this card. I'll have to this isn't a negative card. It's a temporary state, and the reality is going to kick in at some point, where there will have to be some work, you know, some facing of some truths, some work that needs to be done to have what you want. Okay. So that was for you. And so now I'm going to read for someone on Facebook. So it does feel so collective, doesn't it, Tiom? I agree with you. It's been, well, I just feel like it's really auspicious anyway, because it's the first reading I've done for 2022 online. And I've already had new experiences for 2022. So I'm excited about what's going to happen. Like, what's next? What other new experiences am I going to have? Fun. So, okay. Didn't take long. What day are we on? The 8th? Good. Wasn't expecting it. All right. I'm going to read for. Who am I going to read for? Tony. Hello, Tony Coppins. Happy New Year. Do you see me moving this year? Do you see me? Oh, you've copy and pasted that twice. I think I got it. I've got it, Tony. Do I see you moving this year? Let's have a look what the cards have to say. Yes, 2022 is already huge, isn't it? It's just like, I haven't done usually what I do is I sign up for business mentoring, usually before 2022, sign up, I have a plan in place, I have new goals that I'm working towards, but I haven't done any of that yet. I'm waiting for February. I'm actually waiting for February because I need to have enjoy January without but things are happening anyway. Things are happening anyway without me pushing. So, maybe the lesson is to trust, don't overly plan, flow a bit, hey? So, but I will. I'm gonna organize my own business mentoring soon because I need it. I like having a business mentor. It helps. It does help significantly. It really does help to have the support there so you can bounce ideas off and you don't know what you don't know. Legit, you don't know what you don't know. And you choose people who are doing the thing that you're doing successfully. That's what you usually do. So there's someone who's doing the thing that I'm going to message. Okay, in February, let's go back to Tony. Oh, okay. So yes. So this is a yes. Tony, this is a yes. Look, Jason, we at the beginning of this reading, the card that we got was Jason receiving the crown from the king. This was in the weekly report, receiving the crown from the king, saying you must claim your purpose. You must claim your true purpose. And your true purpose involves getting this golden fleece. I was telling everybody that we've all got to claim our golden fleece this year. It's time to put a stake in the ground and go and find our golden fleece, which is your purpose. So here's Jason with his golden fleece. It's a yes. It's a yes, Tony. Yes, you will. You will be moving this year, and it will be a great move. It'll be a wonderful move. And Tony, the message for you also is that you're a healer. You have skills in healing. If you haven't already started developing that skill, this is a message for you to develop that skill. So go forth and do your healing course, whether it's counseling, Reiki, or I feel it's I think you're a good listener and you're good at holding space, talking therapy kind of style would be good for you. Okay. So, I've got food in my teeth. I'm sorry about that. Just picking my teeth there. Just checking if there's anybody. No, I can't see anyone. All right. So, how am I going for time? I'm getting a bit tired. I'm getting a bit tired. So I'll do a couple more. And then I think I'll have a break. So, So Sandy. Hello, Sandy. Anyone coming in my love life, please? Single, thanks. I'm glad that you were just straight up honest with me so I don't have to try and pull shit out of thin air. Because sometimes readers do that. I don't. I read the cards and I intuitively pick things up, but I don't make shit up. I won't make shit up. If I don't know, I don't know. And I'll tell you I don't know. I say that to my clients. Everybody knows me as the no BS reader. Don't pull shit out of thin air. That's why you have clients that come back, because you're real. You be real with people. Yeah. So, Sandy. Okay. Sandy's single. Single for years, have you? Right. I've been single for 5 years, Sandy. So, yes, I know that feeling. All right, let's see what the cards have to say for you this year. Oh, look, love will find a way. Okay, so this is what you want. You want to fall in love. You do want to fall in love, but there's a challenge ahead of you. Now, my feeling, Sandy, the challenge I feel that is ahead of you is that you need to stretch your wings and you need to get out of your comfort zone and start socializing. I actually think you're you feel tired and you feel exhausted and you can't be bothered. You can't be bothered doing it. You've got to do it. If you want to meet someone, you're going to have to do it. So this is the card of exhaustion. It is the card when you think you just can't be bothered anymore, run out of gas. What's the point? Don't want to do the apps. Don't want to do this. Don't want to do that. It's not working. It's mindset. This card is about mindset and the way in which we can get in our own way. So, yes, love will find a way. You will have. We know with the king, with the knights, all of the knights in the mythic tarot are temporary, meaning that falling in love stage, that romantic love, doesn't last forever. but it'll be an opportunity for you if you choose to develop something more. But you've got to get out of your own way. So meaning you've got to get out of your comfort zone and start actually, mixing with people, so that you have the opportunity. You create. You become the creator of your experience, and it is possible. It is possible. You've got to get out there. I know that it's exhausting. I know it's exhausting. I'm there with you. I know it's tiring, but you've got to do what you've got to do, and that's it. That's for everyone. There's no psychic reading in that. Those single ladies out there, if you want to meet someone, you've got to go out your front door. You've got to make the effort. You've got to turn up in person. You've got to meet them. Like, do the things that scare you so that you can meet the people. Sorry, but it's true. They're not going to just knock on your door. Don't wait for fate to just, throw him on your path. He'll turn up on your path if you go out and explore life. Then he'll turn up on your path. But you've got to get out there and have new experiences for him to show up. So, hey, Lynn. Lynn's laughing. Hey, Lynn, it's true, isn't it? Is that a message for you, Lynn? Is that for you? I've got some gossip for you, Lynn. We'll chat to you later. Yes, makes sense. It does make sense. Yes. Okay, well, guys, I think I'm done. I've had enough. It's not because I don't love you. I love all of you. I'm feeling a bit tired. So I think I'm going to take a break now. So I'm sending you all so much love. I really appreciate everybody showing up and sharing and just being present here and building relationships with each other. It's nice that you all connect and talk to each other and share. I think that's fabulous as well. Don't forget, I've got my beautiful course starting this Thursday. Looks like I've only got one spot left. So if you want the spot, because someone signed up whilst I was doing the readings. So if you want the spot, jump in, private message me. And yes, would love to have you on my course. It'll give you a new skill that you can monetize. And look what's the card that came up 4 times in a row. The 8 of Pentacles, which is about developing a new career. Like, whoever's sitting there and going, oh, I don't know if I should, that is your nudge. Just do it. You won't regret it. It's such a great course. Everybody loves it. I love it. I love my own course. I should, right? If I don't love it, then we've got a problem. We have a problem, Houston. All right, that's it from me. Sending you all so much love. Big hugs, big love. And, was it you, Sonia? Yes. Oh, I'm so glad it was you. Amazing. Oh, I'm thrilled. Thrilled to bits. You're going to love it. You will love it. So exciting. Yes, take the leap. It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Okay, I'm going to go. Bye, everyone. Sending love. Big hugs. Oh, how do I do it on this? There we go.